Cash is king, but can Capital One help you rule? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of checks. Remember those little paper rectangles that seem like relics from a bygone era? Believe it or not, checks are still alive and kicking, especially for certain transactions. But here's the thing, what happens when you get a check and, well, you just don't have a checkbook? Maybe you're a digital banking convert, or perhaps you misplaced your trusty checkbook in the back of that forgotten drawer. Don't worry, we've all been there. This is where your bank comes in. Now, if you're a Capital One customer staring down a check and wondering, can Capital One cash this for me, then you've come to the right place. We'll crack open that question, explore your options, and see if Capital One can indeed help you turn that check into spendable cash. So, buckle up, check, pun intended, your wallets, and let's get down to brass tacks. Capital One, the check cashing verdict. Alright, let's not beat around the bush. Capital One itself does not directly cash checks. This means you can't simply walk into a Capital One branch, hand them a check, and expect a wad of bills in return. However, that doesn't mean you're out of luck. Capital One offers a couple of alternatives that can help you access the funds on your check. Here's what you need to know. Mobile deposit. This is a fantastic option for the tech-savvy crowd. If you have a Capital One checking or savings account with mobile banking enabled, you can utilize the magic of mobile deposit. Simply download the Capital One mobile app, find the mobile deposit feature, and follow the on-screen instructions to snap a picture of your check. Once the deposit is approved, the funds will be deposited into your account, minus any applicable fees. We'll get to those in a sec. ATM deposit. This might be the more traditional route, but it's still a viable option. Capital One ATMs located within Capital One branches or cafes allow you to deposit checks. Just follow the prompts on the ATM screen, feed in your check, and voila! The funds will be deposited into your chosen account, again, with some potential fees involved. Fees and fine print, understanding the catch. Now, before you go on a check depositing spree, there are a few things to consider. Account eligibility. Not all Capital One accounts allow for mobile or ATM deposits. Make sure to check your specific account details or contact Capital One directly to confirm your eligibility. Deposit limits. Capital One might have daily or monthly deposit limits for both mobile and ATM deposits. These limits are in place for security reasons, so be sure to check their website or app for the current limits to avoid any unpleasant surprises. Fees. There can be fees associated with mobile and ATM deposits. These fees can vary depending on the account type and the amount of the check being deposited. It's always best to consult Capital One's fee schedule or contact customer service to get a clear understanding of the potential costs involved. Processing time. Deposits made via mobile app or ATM won't necessarily be available immediately. The funds might take a few business days to clear and become accessible in your account. The bottom line, Capital One and your checks. Alright, folks, we've reached the verdict. While Capital One won't directly cash checks, they do offer convenient alternatives like mobile and ATM deposits to help you access the funds. Just remember to check your account eligibility, be mindful of deposit limits and potential fees, and factor in processing times to avoid any hiccups. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.